All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the official Hammer Time podcast. As always, I am your host, and alongside me is my usual duo, Jake Dozier himself, and we are back today with another bowl series preview. This is part 2. We have about 8 more games to go over today, and 4 of them are including the college football playoff, which is kicking off on Friday night, which we will dive into first. Along with the other 3 on Saturday the following day. And then we'll also hit on some bowl games that are coming next week, the week of Christmas. And yeah, give you guys a rundown for those. And then after that, we have more bowl games, and that'll be released next week. And after that, I think we have another episode that'll come out, and then we're going to do more bowl games. Happy bowl season. This is awesome. This is electric. We have off to a pretty good start. Well, we had Jack State last night with the points, and we had Delaware tonight. Who is currently up. We are live.
No.
Somebody doesn't like points, but I need points here.
Points or Delaware. I don't want
points for Delaware. Points for Delaware, 0 for ULL.
No.
I'll take.
No. I need both. I need ULL and the under. I see you didn't see me put in action that I took ULL when they became a dog.
I did it. I'm not going to lie. I didn't.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, yeah, I mean, you want to break down the head-to-heads? I don't know. Do we have that chalkboard out?
No.
I'm just kidding. He got me in college basketball 2 times in a row, and now we're
yeah. You bet against the GOAT Lipscomb. Dummy. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, how about the Cards though?
Yeah, I bet against my favorite team.
Last minute injury rule out. You gotta love that.
Hey, that line moved to 4. I took it.
No. I mean, I don't really blame you, I guess. It's what it should have been this entire time, if I'm being completely honest. But, I mean, I'll take the +1.5 or whatever it was. Actually, I had them outright, but whatever.
College basketball talks later.
We got that in a couple weeks. I just can't contain myself. We're just off to such a wonderful start. Nonetheless, we're here for bowl season. So, welcome back. Before we get into today, obviously want to make sure that you guys are liking, following, subscribing, reviewing, sharing with your friends, and just being here and showing up and supporting the game, right? Obviously, like I said before, we have a decent amount of games to go over today. Main course, we have obviously the playoffs, and then we'll kind of hit you with the side entrees with the bowl games to close us out, and then that'll be it. So, Friday night, kicking off for the second year of the 12-team format, we have a rematch in the SEC, Alabama and Oklahoma. And this one is in the Palace. This one's in Norman, and I don't have the line in front of me. I'm a terrible person.
+1.5.
Still. Okay.
+1.5 Bama now.
Okay, so it did flip.
It has flipped.
Good sign for us, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Don't reveal.
Wait, is it just for me or just for you, or for both of us?
Don't reveal my pick before I even get to talk.
That's fair. Actually, it's we don't know that it's for both of us. I don't know if that's good or bad. W save. How about that?
There you go.
W save. Yeah, short line, very short total. My God. And yeah, we have. I don't know what kind of rematch we're going to get here. Honestly, it could be very, very bad, very one-sided. Which I'll let you take over at this point.
Yeah, like you said, it's Bama, Oklahoma, part 2. I hate that we get rematches in the first round. I'll start out with that. I think that this is unfortunate that these two teams got put up against each other, because I would have liked to see Bama play somebody else and Oklahoma play somebody else. Not because I'm biased to the SEC, but because I think rematches are just not something that I particularly enjoy in college football specifically. I think so this is the first home game for the college football playoff this year. As you all know, last year, home teams went 4-0. So that already favors hugely in Oklahoma there. And breaking this game down, like Alabama statistically looks really good on paper. Offensively, they look amazing on paper. Yet, watching them over the past month, there's been a lot of things missing, a lot of things that haven't been clicking over the past, or, from Florida State to Oklahoma, those 7 or 8 games that they played, I mean, they looked unstoppable. They had an offense that was good enough without a run game. They had a defense that was firing on all cylinders. After that Oklahoma game, I don't know if the script was out on Alabama. I don't know if it's an injury thing. I don't know what it is, but they really sputtered down the stretch. And I feel like Oklahoma on the other side of that, like, started rising a little bit because everyone was out on them when John Mateer hurt himself. And then John Mateer comes back, loses to Texas. It looks really bad. And then they go out and they beat Tennessee and they beat Alabama. They scratch a win against LSU. Like, I feel like these two teams are going on different trajectories right now, and they're going to meet again here after playing a month ago. And I think the biggest thing, and it's not something we're going to know anything about until the game kicks off, is these injuries. You look at Alabama. Ty Simpson has been dealing with a back issue for about a month. Does a week off help him in that aspect? Jam Miller looks like he's going to play. How healthy is he? How much does that help Alabama do things out of the backfield that aren't running the ball? Because they're not going to run the ball well here. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not expecting them to put up -3 rushing yards like they did against Georgia, but I'm also not expecting them to have 150 on the ground. I just don't think that's something that's going to happen. Josh Cuevas, questionable, should be back. I think that's huge for Alabama's passing game. That's something they've been missing. LT Overton's not going to play. I think that's a big loss for Alabama's defense. Yep. Regardless, Alabama's defense is still really good, but LT Overton's very good for that team.
Such a key piece. Yeah.
And then Oklahoma, like, your biggest injury are Mason Thomas, the injury since Tennessee. And it looks like he's going to be back this week. I think that's huge for that defensive line. It's already an elite, group. And now you're getting the best guy back. So I think it's hard for me to look. Alabama was my national championship pick.
Both of ours. Yeah.
Yes. And when we did it again, Alabama was my national championship pick midseason. I'm wavering here, and I am going to take Oklahoma to win this game and cover the 1.5. I just think that home field matters a ton in these games. I think Brett Venables has owned Kalen DeBoer over the past 2 years in the 2 matchups that they've played, and I'm not sure that's just something that is fluky that Oklahoma's been able to do. And I think Alabama peaked too early. Right. And I think Oklahoma, while their peak is not as high, is peaking later in the season, and I think that helps them. So I'll take the home team, and not a lot of points in this game.
Clearly, yeah. I will make a note, as obviously what we saw last year in these first round hosted playoff games, I should say, the home teams covered at a very comfortable rate, and they won all outright, but they all covered like at least over a possession, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, you look at Ohio State and Tennessee steamrolled Indiana Notre Dame.
Thanks.
Was also Sorry, that was a slight stray. And then you have the group of 5. That was also a steamroll. Yeah, it was just they cover comfortably, and I'm not going to put that in here and just say they cover easily because it's a 1-point spread. I think any
Boise
is going to be.
Boise didn't play first round, but
no, they were 4. Yeah.
It was Clemson.
You're right. Yeah, I said group of 5. Whoops. The thing that I look at this game is that, again, like we both said, we have Alabama futures in this. My play in this is not a hedge. It is not a middle. This is genuinely what I think is going to happen. And I I'm with you. I do have Oklahoma winning this game. I think them not playing in the conference title is going to turn into a huge positive, in my opinion. Alabama, I think you can argue they might be a little bit more in a rhythm, if you want to call it that, even though that they got steamrolled the way that they did. But Oklahoma late in the year, they were kind of leaky in a way. Like their philosophy is they don't need style points. Their philosophy is win, get out in advance. You're already locked for the playoff. You just got to get to your next game and then that's it. And it obviously you went on a 4-game winning streak to close out the season in a true gauntlet of the second half of the year. And obviously, but I mean, it looked like a team that could use that 3 weeks off to pretty much get healthy, recharge, prepare, if you will. And the defense was obviously just fine over that run, though. So, I mean, it should be obviously even stronger after you were saying that they got another defensive lineman addition back. This place is going to be off the rails. It's going to be one of the most electric atmospheres of the weekend. I think Alabama's going to probably go on like an early drive. They might score first, honestly. But after that, it's all Sooners. Like, I just don't see them catching up at that point. And I think Mateer is going to look to play with a little bit more pop, a little bit more flash. I don't think there's going to be much of a ground game, but the Sooner defense is going to probably win that second half comfortably, and then that's when they run away with it personally. I'm going to probably take Oklahoma somewhere around like a 21-17 kind of game I could see. I don't want to say it's comfortable, but I just think you see more of the dominance in the second half, especially with the field position battle, because the special teams different in this case. Very, very massive. Alabama special teams, terrible. I believe they're like 100 in the teens of the hundreds. I don't know exactly.
Correct.
But Oklahoma's like top 60s, I think. They might be even better than that, if I'm not mistaken. If you're going to talk about field position and the special teams, I mean, they're going to win that battle. If they win that battle, this game's over already. So, and then what do you have to worry about after that? Defensive line getting into Ty Simpson, which shouldn't be a problem again. Yeah, I'm going to take Oklahoma to win this one, and I think that they advance.
All right, let's go to Aggie Land. College Station gets their first chance to host a playoff game as Miami travels to Texas A&M. This is 11 a.m. noon Eastern on ABC Saturday. Was that December 20th, I believe is what? No, yeah, December 20th.
Yes.
Texas A&M minus 3.5. Over under looks like it's at 48.5. So also slightly lower. This is probably my favorite matchup of the four, I think. That's not a stretch to say for most people. I'm very much more intrigued in this game than I am the Friday night game, because I think in the Friday night game, I think whoever wins that game probably just goes and loses to Indiana. I think that's not something crazy to say. They're going to be a touchdown underdog, whoever wins that game. This game, after seeing what Ohio State looks like in the Big Ten championship game, where they look a little leaky, they look like a team that has some weaknesses potentially. I think these are two teams that could exploit those weaknesses if they get the chance to play Ohio State. I also think this is just a super fun matchup. Miami and Texas A&M both profile is roughly varying degrees of the same team. They are both very good on defense, specifically rushing the passer and specifically stopping the run. They do not allow a ton of rushing explosives. So running the ball here, going to be tough for both teams. I know that Miami's run the ball really well this year, and I know that Texas A&M's run the ball really well this year with their three-headed monster and Marcel Reed. It's going to be hard to come by in this game. You are going to have to throw the ball to pass. Or throw the ball to pass. Of course you have to throw the ball to pass. You have to throw the ball to win, obviously. And looking at injuries, not a ton here. I think Le'Veon Moss could be back. I think Scooby Williams could be back. Bethel Roman is a guy that's been banged up for the past couple weeks. Looks like he's going to be back. So A&M getting healthier. Miami's been pretty healthy all year. So no like big leans in the injury categories for either team. I think at the end of the day, this is going to come down to one person, or really two people, but I'm going to single out one person, and it's Carson Beck. I think that Carson Beck is the reason Miami wins this game or Miami loses this game. And when you look at what you can do against Texas A&M's defense, you can't run the ball, so you're going to have to throw it. Well, Texas A&M, 83rd in points per quality drive. So if you get past the 40, you're probably scoring touchdowns. I think that matters. That means special teams make a play. You need maybe a couple methodical drives, but if you get past the 40, you're good. You got to play field position. And then when you're looking at other categories, it's yards after carry. A&M, not a great tackling team this year when it comes to defensively. You have to break tackles. That is something Malachi Tony does great at. So I think that's going to be a big thing. I think that is maybe the biggest edge. I think when you're looking at the other side, potentially broken. I think broken tackles could also be a big thing here. These defenses are going to have to tackle well. And at the end of the day, I think the reason I'm going to go Miami to cover and I'm going to go Miami to win is what I saw from Texas A&M when Texas played. And it was just this A&M hadn't played a tough team all year outside of Notre Dame. And as impressive as that win was, yes, it was a holding call miss that they won the game on. And then they go and they play Texas and get outplayed, really. It wasn't really close. Marcel Reed looks uncomfortable. The passing game doesn't look great. And I don't like Mario Cristobal. I don't like him on the road. But I think this team is talented enough, especially if they can get CJ Daniels involved early. So I'm going to take the Hurricanes in a very close game. I'll say 28-24.
I can respect it. I can really respect it.
That's because you're going to take Miami.
That's because I'm on the same train. Yeah, absolutely. This cap's pretty simple, in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at Cadillacs' official future natty ticket right here, and that is the Canes.
Miami.
The talent is absolutely there. They can easily, out of the entire first round teams, this team has the best shot to go on a 4-game run and just win the title. You have arguably probably the best player in the upcoming NFL draft. Two of them, actually, considering you have one on the defensive line, you have another one on the offensive line. Malachi Tony's the next Tyreek Hill, apparently. And Keontae Scott's going to be probably the next Sean Taylor, who is a phenomenal corner. And yes, he has been hurt and he is questionable. I do know that. I don't have anything as far as if he's playing. The team is loaded. Okay, these lines can hold more, or they can more than hold up against the A&M lines. I should just say that. And it starts obviously with the pass protection. If you give Carson Beck a clean pocket, give him time, allow this receiving core to work and move around. I mean, they're going to take care of the rest. When you guys have Craver, you have Keelan Marion, pure yak guys. Just give them the ball. They can make plays after the fact. The only problem where it's going to go wrong is if Carson Beck throws it to the other team. You look at the Louisville game, you look at the SMU game. He threw 4 against Louisville, and they still almost won. They probably should have still won. He threw 2 more against SMU, and that was an overtime, which is a tough loss. But for the most part, I mean, that's not where they struggle. They've only lost a single fumble all year. And A&M has a terrifying defense to some, but they don't take the ball away. They don't force turnovers at all. They forced 9 takeaways all year. And Meanwhile, I mean, the offense, I mean, they turned the ball over 11 times over the last 5 games. So this is about all the trenches for me. Both teams are loaded. Both are better than their seeding, I think, and both have the coaching and the playmakers to take over the game for as long as they need to. And both teams can get to the quarterback, and they can fire all over the field, and they can run after catches and all this jazz. Here's my problem. Texas, they cannot run on anybody. They ran all over Texas A&M. These defenses are going to hold up in key spots. I think they're going to see a lot of field goals in this game, and neither side's going to take a lot of chances. I don't think it's going to be very aggressive, in my opinion. I think both teams are going to want to play the field possession battle and the time possession battle. I'm assuming they're going to keep mistakes to a minimum and kind of just feed the ground for a little bit, especially if they get Moss back, because that's going to open up a lot of these zone read opportunities with A&M when you have a quarterback that can move, and then you have a talented running back like Moss. The only thing, like, again, this is one of the other more fun atmospheres, but I just think they come in there and they shut them up. This is going to be one of those games where I think it's going to be like a late conversion where you're probably like up a touchdown, you're up 4, you're up 3 late, and you have the ball in your possession. You got like 2 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. You just need 1 first down. That's probably what it's going to come down to. And with that, I have Miami winning this game outright as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I stand with it. I'm going to take Carson Beck. I'm going to take the better quarterback. I'm going to take probably just better talent overall. I just can't get past this team. They have everything that you want in a national championship team, and they got it. So this first test is decently tough, though. So.
All right, both rolling with Miami. Move on to the next one, which is another rematch in the first round. Tulane travels to Oxford, Mississippi to take on Ole Miss. This is 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern on TNT. Both coaches are gone from these two respective teams. Lane Kiffin has moved on to LSU. John Summerall has moved on to Florida. Lane Kiffin is not coaching this game. John Summerall is coaching this game. Line is at 17.5, so gone over the key of 17. Total 56.5. So this game happened already, like I said, in week 4. Technically, yeah, week 4. Ole Miss wins 45-10 in Oxford. And you can take a lot from this game, and you can project it to what could possibly happen in the next game. Jake Retzlaff throws for 56 yards. He goes 5 for 17 for 56 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks, 3.3 average yards per completion. Trinidad Chambliss throws for 300 and 2 touchdowns. Now, Tulane ran for 178 yards. That's good, especially when you look at the fact that Tulane has a pretty good run offense. So that's something that Tulane could possibly bring into the next game. Well, Ole Miss ran for 241. They had Kawan Lacey had only 68 yards. Trinidad Chambliss ran for 112 yards on the ground. Okay, what else happened? Well, Tulane went, Tulane went 6 for 15 on third down and 0 for 3 on fourth down. So combined 6 for 18 on third and fourth down. That's 33%. Ole Miss goes 7 for 11 on third downs. Does not go for it on fourth down. All right, what does that tell us? Well, the first thing is, I'm little surprised the line is at 17. And I think if Lane Kiffin was coaching this game, it'd be at 21. I do think that. I think this is the hardest game to cap in the first round for me specifically. I still don't even have a bet in this game. I'm having a tough time figuring out exactly what's going to happen because John Summerall has talked about this team not being talented as talented as some of the teams he's had. He's talked about how it's not disciplined. They're a young team and that they shouldn't be here, and yet they are. And then, so that would lead me to take Ole Miss. But then I look at Ole Miss and it's Pete Golding, first time head coach. How does he handle head coaching responsibilities? It's something he's never done before. Lane Kiffin is gone, as much as you want to say. He called all the plays. I know Charlie Weiss had a lot to do with the game planning part of the the game plans and stuff like that. I don't think he had a lot to do with the actual play calls. How aggressive are they on fourth downs? Because Lane Kiffin, now he has been less aggressive in the last 2 years, but he was still aggressive on fourth downs. Does that change? Is Pete Golding more conservative? Um, you know, can Pete Golding handle when there's a tough third down on defense and his offense needs time from him? Because that's something head coaches have to do. Lane Kiffin goes and spends time with his offense while the defense is on the field. So I think there's a lot that plays into this. Obviously, Ole Miss has a decent amount of edges. You look at Ole Miss's passing game versus Tulane's passing defense. Tulane's 97th in passing defense. Ole Miss is 21st. Like, there's a huge disadvantage there for Ole Miss. Third downs, Tulane is 86th on defense, and Ole Miss is 23rd. Another big advantage. If I'm Tulane, I think I try and pound the rock as much as I possibly can until we get to a point where I can't do it anymore. Like, I think that like you have to run the ball at a good clip. You have to get Retzlaff going. You have to get him bootlegging and play action and all those things. And you have to do it early because if you take a punch in the mouth and you lay down, Ole Miss is going to be resting starters by the third quarter. I think if I have a lean, this is going to sound ridiculous. I would lean Tulane right now just with the 17.5. I think you're going to get a rejuvenated Tulane team off of a American Conference Championship. And I'm just curious what the mindset of the Ole Miss players are. I understand that they're probably pissed off that Lane left and that he left a playoff team. But like, if there's a little adversity at the start, is there like a little creeping in the back of the mind of, did he leave for a good reason? Or wait, where's Lane? Who do we turn to? Like that kind of thing. I just wonder if the offense kind of sputters a little bit out of the gate. So I may try and look into some team total props, whether that's Tulane or Ole Miss. But right now I would lean Tulane at the number, but not a strong feel in anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of there. I just took a different angle approach, which I'll get into. With Ole Miss, I just think there's zero complacency at all on this team. I think this game is against Tulane, obviously, but to me, it feels like this is just about beating Kiffin as much as it is about beating Tulane, if you can make that make sense. And motivation and focus is not going to be a problem whatsoever. You take that knob and you turn it to the right a few times because this team is going to be juiced after that. Overconfidence from the first win doesn't obviously seem to be much part of that kind of formula, but nonetheless, in terms of a handicap, Tulane, they have got to force turnovers to pull this one off if they wanted any chance at all. They did it over Northwestern, and they did it 5 times in their conference title. And North Texas is incredible on the offensive side, who did not really turn the ball over that much for how much they've played it through the air. But you look at the UTSA game, they couldn't slow down the running attack there. The offense pressed, and it just didn't play out at all. Ole Miss, they don't have a turnover problem. They don't have to press. They don't have to do any of that. This is about Tulane's secondary and how much that they can do and limit. And I don't know. It's just usually it's about their late control or the second half time possession, second half field position. making less mistakes than the opposite side. But Ole Miss is going to run this thing up and get up pretty quickly if I had to guess. So this is going to be a catching up from behind. It's really hard to cap a backdoor. I don't think that's what happens. But I think this entire game, you see it jump out to like a 17-point lead, probably as early as by halftime. I could genuinely see, and it probably just stays that way for the entire course of the game for the rest of the second half. Ole Miss took over on the ground in the first game. So if you want to talk about hammering on the ground, you're going to have no problem. Kewan Lacey, he did amazing, obviously, the first time. And then, like you said, Chambliss ran for 100 plus. So it's like, the 45-10 score could have been 20 times worse. They were, if anybody watched the game, because I did, because I had Ole Miss, I think. Like, Ole Miss got stopped to field goals like several times early on in the game. It should have been like 21-28 zip, like when the game was like already over the first quarter. And like their defense could not stop them from getting in the territory whatsoever, and their offense clearly couldn't find any ground. I think obviously Tulane's going to be better. I think Ole Miss is going to probably have to work in a little bit, but like I said, once you get that snowball rolling, like you're not stopping. So I took a different approach into this. I took Ole Miss, or sorry. I took Tulane team total under. That is at 19.5. I just don't see how this team goes to 20. I don't want to say it's a simple cap because if you've already seen this team once, I just don't understand like how Sumrall and that offense as a whole can just quote unquote outsmart Golding and Weiss and that first offense or that first look defense after the fact. Wayne didn't really have anything to do with the defense. I don't think that's the problem. So I have zero problem backing.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't have any problem fading Tulane in that spot, but covering for Ole Miss, that's what I'm worried about. I don't know if their offense can put enough points to win by 21 or more. I don't know if the defense, I do know that the defense can limit them though and hold them to at least 20 or less. At least I hope to God, because the only way they're hitting 20 is if it's like 45 seconds left and this is like 38-17 and they make it like 38-24, obviously. That's probably the only way I see this happening. But I just can't see it touching 20. I'm sorry. So that's my play in that, the Tulane team total under. But similar to you, I think I would lean in terms of a spread standpoint. If I had to, it would probably be Tulane at the number just because I don't know if I can trust that offense with the new look right now, at least.
Yeah, I think like 35-17. 34-17, something like that.
Right.
I think is where you're looking. I will probably join you on Tulane team total under. I think that's probably your best bet in that game.
It's a great price too. I think it's still at the minus 104, 105, whatever I got it at. So
yeah, I think that's your best play. I just wouldn't trust either of these teams to cover that spread. And I don't like a full game over or under. It's just really hard to trust either offense right now. Like this is really a prove it game for Ole Miss to see if this is still the same kind of team going into Georgia. So that's kind of how I'm looking at that. And then the last college football first round game will be in Eugene, Oregon. James Madison, the second group of 5 team, will travel all the way to Oregon for a 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern prime time kickoff on TNT. Everybody whining about how this is the primetime game. You have to understand this is being played in Oregon. It's the West Coast. You can't play this game at 11. It's just not going to work. That would be 9 a.m. You can't do that. Also, we all know why this game's being played at primetime. Okay, we already talked about it. Right now, James Madison sitting 21.5, 21, 20 and a half at some BetMGM. So you're sitting around that key number. Total 47.5. I think this might be my favorite bet of the round one playoff games. And I think that all these people crying about how group of 5 teams shouldn't be allowed and how no one wants a Cinderella story in the college football playoff. Yes, I heard you clat. Ridiculous. Anyways, how the college basketball, how March Madness is the dumbest tournament in sports. Yeah. Crazy.
It's probably the worst take I've probably
the
ever
literally
heard
the worst.
in
Like, you
sports.
could not have a worse take. That's actually the best postseason in sports. Everyone wants to see a one-off. No one wants to see best of 7. No one wants to see that. And his excuse was Kentucky losing to George Mason. Like, we all want to see Kentucky in the Final Four every year. No one wants to see that. Oh, sorry. Me? Anyways, back to football. Like I said, I think this is my favorite bet of the weekend, and it is because I'm going to back the group of 5 team. And the reason being, I think that Oregon has played with fool's gold all year because I don't think Oregon's legit. And I still don't. And I know that some of the biggest Oregon fans are some of the biggest tape watchers and that they understand football at a level I will never understand. Jeff Schwartz. Dude, he does. I'm just being dead serious. He understands football.
No, you're not wrong.
10 times more than I will. However, Oregon has played Indiana, who they lost to, and then Iowa, Washington, USC. I don't think that's enough I don't think those 4 data points are enough for me to just sit here and say that they are a top 5 team in the country. I just don't think that's possible for me. Yes, James Madison has played nobody. The only team that they played worth anything was Louisville, who I will say pre Isaac Brown injury, Louisville was a top 20 team and beat Miami on the road. So, for everyone saying Louisville's a bad team, you got to read in between the lines with the Louisville team. So, and they hung with them for 4 quarters, and their defense played legit good. I think the James Madison defense could stop the run in this game. I think that they can limit these pass catchers that we don't even know if they're going to play. Yes, Evan Stewart and Decory Moore and Gary Bryant were on the practice field on Monday. Does that mean they play? Does that mean they're decoys? I don't know. How healthy are they? I don't know. So that also gives me uncertainty into backing Oregon. I don't think I can back them at this high of a number if they don't have their 3 best receivers, or if they only have 1 of them, or if they only have 2 of them. And I also think the biggest problem that James Madison is going to have is that they're facing the first top 15 run defense that they've faced. So they're probably, even though their running back is awesome and ran for 1,200 yards this year, probably not going to have a good day. It's going to have to come down to Alonzo Barnett. Slightly scary, but I think they can muster up enough points. And I also think that the biggest disadvantage I see for this game when Oregon's on offense is that James Madison's not a good tackling team. So, like, you're going to have to stop them at the line of scrimmage or they are going to break some runs. And you're just going to have to hope that your corners and safeties are in sound position and you're not letting up 60-yard runs. You need to let up 15 to 20-yard runs to stay in this game. I think James Madison can give me 17 points, maybe 20. I think that's enough to get a cover here. I would not be surprised if you looked at this score at halftime and it was 17-7. And you're like, a little weird. Or 17-10. Or 14-10. Something like that, where you're like, oh, Oregon's probably going to run away with it still. Probably still going to win by double digits. But So there you go.
Yeah, I am also with you again. This is really weird. We're agreeing on every single playoff game.
All right, so every bet is going to lose, and everyone should take the opposite.
Everybody just parlay the opposite sides. I don't even care if it's a parlay.
We probably will go over for.
Oh, Dylan. Ring the bell.
No, we don't want to know his.
Slight stray, sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sorry, bro. Sorry. Yeah, James Madison, you get this run defense, dude. Like, again, like you said, I know you already hit on it, but it felt like since Signetti left, like it felt like, or since he got there, I should say, it felt like it hasn't changed a bit. Like Chesty's done a phenomenal job. They are the number. They were sorry. I'm looking at it right now. I like of past defenses. The rush defense was number 2 in the country in 2022. They were only behind Georgia. 2023, they were 5th. And 2024 slipped to 26th, but they did also allow fewer yards per carry, which was less than 3.5. And then this year, you are number 2 once again, only behind Texas Tech. And then one spot ahead of Signetti. Overall, the defensive total defense was also number 2, which finished behind Ohio State. So, you want to talk about the offensive side? It doesn't necessarily attack as much as it is that great or fantastic, I guess you should say, at not letting the explosives happen. They know how to get to the ball, though. Like, they swarm. These linebackers, this defensive line, they had a defensive lineman on the Bronco watch list at the beginning of the year, and that is none other than Emmanuel Bush. And he is back this week, who is absolutely massive. This dude's a unit, and he can just put a halt to every play. Like, he's just that kind of guy. The interior is nothing I'm worried about, like, at all. You go to the linebacker core, you have Trent Hendrick, who is also just an absolute swarmer. He gets to everything. Like, they don't miss a stop. Like, it's the thing. It's just how this defense rolls. They are elite in their tier of play, I should say. Everything else works obviously around this, and I don't think people would be surprised that Oregon's worst day this year running the ball was against Indiana, and then it had a hard time and a double OT against Penn State, obviously. But the offensive side of the ball with Barnett, those guys, they can control the tempo. They have a killer running game of their own, and the turnovers, they're not necessarily a big factor. They don't turn the ball over that much. I think it's going to show that they prove a lot for about a couple quarters, but a couple quarters I think is all they need. I just can't see Oregon running away with this one by 20 plus within a half, if you will. The scheme worked fantastic against Louisville, and the game should have been closer. The way that it finished was dumb. Box score watchers, yeah, you guys are only
It was also that one. Back when they were playing 2 QBs.
Yeah, which just was stupid. Sluka sucks. Slight stray again. Jeez, I'm on a roll tonight. Yeah. I don't know. I just think I trust Chesney in this spot. I think that they just come out swinging with their offense. I think they're going to prove a lot of people wrong and hit some pretty explosive plays to get them into whether that's field. I mean, we don't know whether it's field goals, whether it's like an explosive touchdown to take like an early lead if they score first or something like that. I don't care. 20 points is a lot in the playoff game. I just cannot see it happening against an Oregon team that is just so that we've pretty much doubted all year. But yeah, I mean, for JMU, this is like the spot that you dream. It's like they're going to come out motivated as ever. I mean, they were the odds to make it in alone were outrageous, and now that they're here, they want to make noise. So it's not going to surprise me if they come out swinging and Chesney schemes up something, and the defense is just going to play out of its mind yet again. I mean, Oregon's probably still going to put up 30 plus, probably at least.
Yeah,
I would say. So I mean, it's just like they might put up 40. They might put up 40. I don't know. I hope not, but still, that's just.
I think JMU's defense is good. I see this like 31-17, 31-13.
I can get behind that.
I think the one thing that is going to keep this game close is JMU's defense. Like, I don't.
Oh, 100. Yeah, without a doubt.
JMU's offense may not score a touchdown potentially, but I don't see Oregon going in here, coming at, I mean, an awesome stadium, great home atmosphere. They're probably going to be fired up for this. I mean, first playoff home game. But I just don't see where they score 40 to 45. Like, I think this is a low 30s game for them, especially if you think about it, let's say they're up 24-10 at half. You don't think they kind of shut it down? They have to go play they have to go play Texas Tech next week. Like, I think with Ole Miss and Oregon specifically, there's a very high chance that starters are rested if games are in hand. And I think that helps the underdog in both cases. All right. So that is first round college football playoff predictions. So we both, I would say, both have Oklahoma, Miami, Ole Miss, Oregon advancing. Correct?
Sorry, I'm watching UD. Yes.
They kicked the field goal. Okay. Well, then we will move on to some bowl games. This is the Boca Raton Bowl. This is Tuesday, December 23rd, 2020, obviously 2025. Toledo and Louisville. Toledo currently 6.5-point underdogs. Totals at 45. Get ready for this. I'm about to name a million people that are not playing. So Toledo's starting defensive end, safety, 2 corners, other safety, running back, wide receiver, all not playing. Their left guard is also out, and their head coach left. He went and is now the head coach at UConn, Jason Candle. So, bunch of opt-outs. Those are potential. Those have not been confirmed, but probable, especially with your coach leaving. You go to Louisville, starting defensive tackle, starting defensive end. Miller Moss is going to play. Chris Bell tore his ACL. He's out. Their a defensive end should play, who's pretty good. And then their 3 top running backs are all still hurt. Looks like Braum is hoping one of them plays. That sounds super promising there. For me, with all the opt-out uncertainty, with the head coaching changes, with Louisville, how they've looked over the past couple weeks, you're looking at a slight crapshoot here. I think the biggest thing that I can count on is Toledo's defense in this. I mean, both defenses you can count on here. I think Louisville's defense is really good this year. Toledo's been awesome out of nowhere, really. After last year when their offense was super good and their defense kind of let them down, which is funny.
Terrible.
I think I'm going to ride with the underdog here. I'm going to take Toledo plus 6.5. Louisville's just a different team when Isaac Brown doesn't play. I know they blew the doors off of Kentucky to end the season, and that's kind of like that's your big win to end the year. You go 8-4. Do they really want to play Toledo? Probably not. Do they really care to be here? Probably not. I think Toledo at least has a little bit more want in that scenario. So I lean towards Toledo on a spread, and that would probably be, I don't like the total. I would stay away from a total there.
I'll be different. I'll take Toledo anything at a touchdown or better, meaning a flat 7, not 7.5.
There's one flat 7. It's on ball.
I think I have a couple questions for this team or this game period for both sides. If Toledo's passing game can actually bring out yards, if they can throw the ball, or if Louisville brings the energy and they kind of bring out the fight, considering literally less than 3 weeks ago they were a major key role in their conference championship race. And obviously now, instead of preparing for a playoff game, you're playing Toledo. So I obviously,
are you saying there's a letdown?
I don't know. Maybe. I think they should win. Obviously, like I said, but This is like a Toledo team that I think is, I don't know. I just think Louisville jumps out to an early lead, and I just think it's going to be I don't want to say a massacre, but I mean, I'm going to have Louisville by 10. I just trust Louisville's defense more, and I think that they take over mainly, and they're just going to force Toledo offense to press. So, yeah. Also, the coaching difference is incredibly lopsided. Like,
Yes. I will say, I don't know if this means anything to you, but Toledo in their last 5 bowl games have played in 1-possession games every single.
ooh.
That's dating back to 2018.
This line's also matching all. I think it's almost matching that Steam as well because it's opened at 10 or 9.5.
Yeah, I think I would try and get above a touchdown. If you can't get above a touchdown, I just lay off. I think this is what time is this game at, like 2:30? Is that what I said?
I don't know.
2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central on a Tuesday. Maybe you just check in the second half. Maybe Toledo's close, and you just maybe look
you just turn it on for a couple of minutes, wait for the commercial to go by, and then you just see the score, and then that's it.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, not a ton of people are going to be watching that game with it being in the middle of a work day.
Oh, come on!
What? There are some people that actually have to do their jobs. You're not even working. You can watch it all you want.
All right, cool.
I'm just saying that it's a sleepy game and it's tough with all the opt-outs and the injuries. Like, I think that might be a game where you maybe just sit that one out, potentially. But if you want a play, I would take Toledo anything 7 or above. And then maybe live if Toledo looks like they want it more than Louisville does. Moving on to the next one. This is the New Orleans Bowl, obviously played in New Orleans. Western Kentucky is taking on Southern Miss. This is at 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central, ESPN, Tuesday, December 23rd. Western Kentucky currently at a 5.5-point favorite. This opened at -3. Total sitting at 57.5. Looking at not much here, looking at portal or injuries or opt-outs, other than Charles Huff obviously leaving Southern Miss after a year to take the Memphis job, which leads me to what I will be playing, which is the under, because I don't think Southern Miss really cares. I think they haven't cared in a month. It's something weird happened to this team, I would say 3 or 4 weeks ago, where they just quit. And I don't know if it's because people knew Charles Huff was shopping around for other jobs. I don't know what happened with this team, but they quit. And I just don't see a world where they put up a ton of fight in this game. I actually think Western Kentucky has a pretty decent defense too. It's not like Southern Miss, was killing it offensively against the teams that they were playing. So both these offenses not very good. Really the biggest advantage here is Western Kentucky's offense in points per quality drive. They're 32nd. Southern Miss defense 111th, and then Western Kentucky's defense 4th in points per quality drive, and Southern Miss's is 59th. So if you're telling me Western Kentucky's gonna score points and Southern Miss isn't, sounds like I will take an under there for me.
I was trying to find a play in this, but I don't know if I can.
Join me.
Western Kentucky, I think we're all very well aware what they can do on the offensive side. Southern Miss, I mean, they just fell off, and it's probably the most upset future I think I've ever had to watch just fall right in front of me.
Not hedging with Troy was so bad.
Terrible.
We messed up.
I don't know why. I don't know.
I had it, and then I cashed out of it. I was like,
oh my God.
It hurts.
like their defense itself and the rushing defense itself was never that great. But it couldn't do anything against Alabama. They got ripped through by Texas State, and I think Western Kentucky is just pretty much going to hit them with a 1-2 punch that they're not going to be able to stop. It's just they score. They're not built for the slugfest that we're hoping for, obviously. And when they can be somewhat decent on the offensive side, they win. They're 8-1 when they score 27 plus. But then again, the Hilltoppers have a turnover problem. Bad.
I didn't know where we were going.
And I mean, they Southern Miss is good at forcing turnovers. So I don't think this is going to be the elite of the elite Golden Eagles defense that you're going to have. But I mean, like, they are a machine at forcing turnovers, at least majority of the year. That was part of the problem over the last 3 games, and that is why they lost, because they only had 1 takeaway after forcing 25 over the first 9 games. Can you tell I'm pissed? Can you tell that I'm a little bit irked by this team? Yeah, I hate it. I don't understand why. They're 7-0 when they force 2 turnovers. They are 0-5 when they don't. Western Kentucky has given it up multiple times, meaning 2+ in 7 games. Give me the dog. Give me the dog.
So you want
to talk about a motivated team. You have Charles Huff, who just leaves. They go around. They turn this game over. They go right to Anderson. That is now their head coach. You don't think that they care? You don't think that they want to win this game for that guy?
No.
All right. The defense, I think they're going to come up with big plays. And the offense is just going to flat out keep up, I think. I'm going to go with Southern Miss here, outright.
Okay. All right. So an under, and then Southern Miss outright.
Not a bet. I'm not playing that.
No, he's playing it, guys. He's playing that. I will make him play it. He's playing it. He said it. He's playing.
Can I at least take the spread and not the money
line?
line?
Nope, you have to take money line.
God,
you can take both.
I always take both. That's fair.
I know. Not always, but sometimes. Every once in a while.
Only when I
will. Only when you're cheating. I will say, through 4 bowl games, we haven't had a team quit yet. So that's been nice to see so far. I do like that. That's very appreciated.
I don't know. If I'm ULL, I'm looking at this halftime, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Dude, back out there. We're down a touchdown. We're fine.
It's like, Coach, I don't want to go back out there.
I want it to be known the under was my official play, and that's going to sail by 40 points. Sure. I am. You told me I was dumb. Anyways, we're moving on. What bowl is this? We are moving on to another game on Tuesday. We get 3 of them. Let's go. How happy is everybody? The Frisco Bowl in Frisco, Texas.
Yes.
This is UNLV versus the Ohio Bobcats. Cade is super excited because he gets to talk about Ohio. There is not a ton here for injuries or opt-outs other than the obvious fact that Ohio's head coach got fired for drinking alcohol. I don't know if anyone saw that statement today, but that was crazy. And I just don't think Ohio cares about football. Anyways, UNLV opened at 4.5. Since the news, it looks like it's bumped up to 6.5. Total sitting at a super insanely high 65. Good Lord. Yeah, my cap here's pretty simple. Running reps. I think they just run all over Ohio's defense. Just all over. I think they are going. I genuinely think they're going to beat Ohio by 14. I don't even think this is going to be a sweat at all. Ohio played MAC teams all year. No offense to MAC teams. None of them are good. especially offensively. You want to tell me that these numbers aren't extremely inflated outside our baby Western Michigan, because those numbers are real. But everybody else is a joke. And so UNLV is going to kill them. I just think UNLV's offense is really good. They're 21st in EPA offensively. They're 14th in offensive success rate and passing downs. They're 35th in rushing downs. Also, your coach just got fired for drinking alcohol after hours because he was on campus.
I'm sorry. I thought this was.
Do you think they want to? You think they want to play for Ohio right now? No, they don't.
Why not?
I'll tell you, because their coach just got fired for nothing.
Soft.
Give me.
Out of all the college towns in America, Athens is going to be the one to fire their coach for drinking alcohol.
Give me damn.
Forget the underage kids that are in your bars at night. The place is a dumpster fire. Ohio.
Oh, dumpster fire.
You have one job in this game.
Ooh, I like this.
One job.
I like when he says this.
Run the ball. Yeah.
No.
How about that? Bangura. You have Navarro. Both of them use their legs. You have Bangura, who is a top 10 running back in the country, in my opinion. Navarro is a baller. The kid can sling it. The kid can run. And he's also going for a 7th year who needs to apply for a job. But for the love of God, use this last chance while you got it, kid. Go out there and run the game. Just go.
Some 7th-year quarterbacks need another year, okay? TJ Finley needs one more.
Hey.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
No, this is going to be probably you're going to see more runs in this game than you probably will the Army-Navy game from this year. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. Ohio, I'm looking at, they average over 5 yards per carry. UNLV gives up over 5 yards per carry, and I just don't think there's going to be any variance to that. UNLV can also run the ball. It's a balanced offense. They move fast, they score fast, and they answer fast. It's they just don't let the other side get momentum. That's the only part. There's obviously some sort of fallout there, obviously, from Brian Smith, but I don't dare I say 800 yards combined offense.
And 750 of it's on the ground.
Not kidding. I'll take UNLV in comfortably. I'm going to say screw it. Just give me a 41, 33 or something nuts. It's going to 40-30 or 30-30, one of those two. Actually,
okay.
Just give me the over. I might take UNLV if I can get it on a short money line or a cheap money line, depending on what it's at. You guys know I love juice. Hold on. Let me check.
What
Before I place this. UNLV. Oh, it's a 6.5. Boys, are we laying minus 245?
Good Lord.
Over 65.5. I'll do that. Let's do that.
65.5.
Over 65. I'll take points. I love points.
So you're taking points. I'm taking UNLV to cover.
How fun.
I like that we're being different. How great.
2013 UNLV wins. Probably.
Amazing. It'd be so awesome. You're lucky I'm not taking the under. You're lucky.
I'm very lucky. You're so right.
Because I don't lose. If you haven't figured that out yet. Totally. Anyways.
Especially head-to-heads, yeah.
Hey now. You calm down over there.
I'm just saying facts, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Last game.
Oh, that's the crowd.
You're not gonna believe this, guys. Hawaii's playing in the Hawaii Bowl. How did they allow this? Why is this happen? Do they pay money to do this? I really want to know. I want to know. I really want to know.
Is it being played at their campus too?
Probably. I mean,
Well,
where else
where
are they
else are they
playing?
going to play? Where else is there a football field in Hawaii now? That's true. That's
Whoa!
fair. That was a dumb question.
Why are you saying that?
Yeah,
Anyways,
sorry.
this is this is the best bowl game of the year because it's on Christmas Eve, so it gives us something to watch while we have to deal with our in-laws. In-laws, if you're watching this, I don't have this directed towards you. It's just a
Whoa,
general
whoa,
statement.
whoa.
It's a general statement. It's a general statement. Some people don't like their in-laws, okay, and they want to watch Hawaii Cal on the island on New Year's or on Christmas Eve. Anyways, Cal is currently a -1.5 point favorite. Over under is at 55.5. JKS is going to play for Cal, the quarterback. He's not leaving. A lot of people thought he might enter the transfer portal. He's going to stay, and he's going to play for the new coach, Tosh Lapoy. There are a lot of injuries for Cal. Yeah, right guard, tight end, 2 receivers, safety, outside linebacker, defensive back. You've got 2 other potential opt-outs. Obviously, their head coach is gone. Justin Wilcox was fired. It is now Nick Rolovich, who is the interim until Tosh Lapoy makes it to Cal Berkeley. For Hawaii, their looks like second best receiver is in the portal at the moment. Do not know if he's going to play. Jackson Harris had almost 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns this year. And then have some injuries that they've been dealing with for the past couple of weeks. Like we said, this is basically a home game for Hawaii, so this is not a neutral site game. You can factor in home field advantage because it's on the island. That matters, especially flying. Also, do you have? I wish I'd pulled up the stat before. I need to figure out the stat of Hawaii on the island versus Hawaii off the island.
Oh, dude.
Um,
Oh my God. Like just this year or like historically?
I mean, I don't want to go back to like 1920, but you like
They
recent
even have a
history.
team back then? Okay.
Yeah, they so before aviation was a thing, they would play teams in Hawaii that had football teams. So there was a team called the Canoe Club that they played, and the Canoe
Oh.
Club beat the crap out of Hawaii that year. And so, but I know no one tunes in for this, but I want you to know that Hawaii played the Canoe Club in college football in the 1920s because Hawaii could not leave the island. In case you're wondering.
Fact of the day. Oh my God.
Yeah, shout out Twitter. I find so many fun things on there.
All right.
Do I need to keep wasting time? I have more.
Oh my God.
ULL might have quit.
I told him I wrong.
Crap. What is the stat?
I still can't. I'm looking right now. I don't know.
Okay.
I
Well,
only see
anyways,
this year.
I'll just get to whatever I was going to say, which is we're betting Hawaii on the island. What is wrong with you? How could you not? You have to take Hawaii. We're taking Hawaii money line because actually, just kidding. No, we're not. We're taking Hawaii plus 1.5. I'm going to follow my rule in the fact that we take plus
I was
1.5.
gonna say, I was like, didn't we just say
We did that, so I
less
caught
than
myself,
2
which
days
is good.
ago?
Which is good. I caught myself. Hawaii's defense is actually like pretty good. I mean, it's top 60 in every major category, which is really interesting that Hawaii's actually good defensively. But Cal is just so inconsistent, and they've been inconsistent for a while. I love JKS. He's probably my second favorite freshman quarterback outside of Maryland's quarterback. That dude's a dog. So they're just too inconsistent for me. Freshman QB, a lot of opt-outs and injuries. I'm going to roll with Hawaii to cover. I'm also going to play the under in this game. I have a hard time seeing these teams get points without it being like major explosives. So I am going to have 2 plays in the Christmas Eve game.
What was your second one? I'm sorry. What did you say?
I'm playing Hawaii plus 1.5 and
Yeah.
touchdown Delaware. And I'm also going to play the under.
Oh. All right. Dub. Yeah, guys. So it's Hawaii. Done. Cool. No, this, like you said, this team is just completely different. I don't know what it is, but they just, whenever they go on the road, they're like, dang, bro, we got to play so-and-so. We got to lock up. Oh, no. Suddenly they wake up at home in Hawaii on the island, and they're like 2012 Ravens, bro. Like this team, like this is a lockdown. I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. They're nuts, though. I think everybody's going to be all over JKS as like this next big superstar, and he is amazing. I love watching this kid. He's going to be a baller. But Hawaii's got one of their own. Micah Alejado is a stud, who I think is going to give this Cal defense like a living hell. I think you're going to see a little bit more explosives. I think I like the over in this game. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to play. I'm just going to play Hawaii. Why would you not root for points on the island with Hawaii money line? Because that's a sin.
But I like the under.
I don't know.
I'll root for Hawaii points.
Sure,
on the
that's
island.
fine.
I just don't want Cal points.
Team total over. There we go. We're done. Team total over in Hawaii. That's it. Yeah.
Sure. Or Cal.
I just think I don't know.
Under.
Both. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Both defenses. I don't know. I just expect them to be kind of non-existent, but all the way around, I think it's going to be a really fun game. I don't know. I'm gonna say. Dude, I don't know. Here, you want hot take? You're right. You ready? Nah, never mind. We'll just leave it for the. What's their kicker's name? How do you pronounce it? I need to get my girlfriend up here. She's Japanese. She can help me with this one.
Yeah.
He's Japanese, but yeah, I don't know.
You try
I think
out
this
or whatever.
We're gonna have. Nah, they don't want it. They don't want me to do that.
Please don't.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing this. Nonetheless, yeah,
Nice.
they have very good special teams, and they can kick the ball, and he is a very good kicker. I think with how the advantage of special teams go with Hawaii's defense at home, I think that they pull this one out pretty I don't want to say comfortably. I don't want to say that.
Matsuzawa.
But
That
sounds about right. Yeah.
Matsuzawa.
I'm literally about to call her up, and she can just speak into the dude. Like, she's like, her accent whenever she wants to talk in Japanese is like second to none. But she's like, it feels like I've whitewashed her
because she's Japanese.
since we. No, because she doesn't like speak at all. She's genuinely gets confused whenever people talk in Japanese to her. She doesn't speak Japanese. She's trying to learn.
Glad you cleared that up, because you almost made it seem like you don't let her speak, and then we were going to have some problems.
Okay. No, I don't know. She can be like my, what do you call it? Duolingo. Yeah, she's my Duolingo. I'm on like level 4 of Japan, dude. It's not easy.
Of Japan, you're dominating Japan.
I'm gonna stop you there. We're talking. Never mind. Nope. End the pod. Hold on. God dang it.
Not the first time an American has.
On the island.
No, we lost on the island. We got to go
in that game.
We're better on their territory.
Hawaii's defense wasn't good then.
No, bad. Really bad, actually. Never saw it coming. Actually.
Oh my god.
All right, so do you want to predict the college football playoff really quick, or should we end the pod?
My mouth hurts, dude.
Weird sentence to say by itself.
Oh my god.
I don't know what's so funny.
I wish I could like post that post a clip of that, but I just know it's not gonna be well. It's
Might
not gonna
go
go
great.
well. Touchdown UD. All right, we're back.
That happened an hour ago.
Oh, my TV's so behind. Oh wow, God, I have little tears, dude. Jesus. Predicting the playoff bracket.
Yeah,
Even
we'll just go.
Yeah.
This doesn't have to be your official, prediction, but just
Oh yes, it
just
does.
to. Oh, okay. So we have to. Okay. All right. Well, I'll die on this hill, I guess.
Nope.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm not on mute. Sorry. Graders sponsor Hammer Time. Cincinnati locals. You guys know, but yeah, this place is fire. Anyways,
Okay,
continue.
We'll go game by game. We already know our first round matchups or first round predictions, so we'll just go ahead and go to the next one. All right, Texas Tech, Oregon. Who do you have? No explanation, just a sentence.
What if James Madison?
You agreed. You agreed.
No.
This has gone too long. Okay. Oregon over Texas Tech. Mm-hmm. I am going to take Texas Tech. So first difference there. We both have Oklahoma advancing. So Indiana, Oklahoma. I have Indiana, I think.
I'm taking Indiana.
Yeah. I think much more dominant team. Okay. Georgia, Ole Miss rematch. I will take Georgia.
Also.
Okay. And then Ohio State, Miami. I know what you're going to do. I'm not. I'll take Ohio State.
No, I'll take Ohio State. I'll take Ohio State there.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing that early.
All right. So you have Indiana, close, Oregon. But... Mm-hmm. Okay. Who do you got?
I'm going to take Oregon in the rematch.
Okay. I have Indiana, Texas Tech. I'm going to take Indiana to make it to the championship. Yes, championship. And then we both have Ohio State, Georgia.
I'm going to take Georgia.
I'm also going to take Georgia.
There I will take Georgia.
I will also take Georgia. So we both, or no, sorry. You have Oregon, Georgia in your natty.
Mm-hmm. Kirby Smart does it. I think natty champs.
I have Indiana, Georgia. How we have done this again, I don't know. I will also take Georgia. So we both take Bama.
What is up with what is that? I don't like. No, this has got to stop.
SEC homers. We are SEC homers.
Yeah,
a guy. I flip my pick to Indiana just to be.
A guy in Ohio is an SEC homer. Southern Ohio, mind you.
You're close enough.
Okay, I'm on the border.
I mean, that's like the.
I'm 30 minutes away from Hickville in Kentucky, so I mean we're good. Let's get it done.
I didn't have a good analogy, but yeah, you're close enough.
No, my two futures I did take was Miami and Georgia, so yeah. And obviously we still have Alabama in play, which was at the beginning of the year, but the two that I took this year was Georgia and Miami. And then I also played Oregon to make the semifinal.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't see Clemson's logo on here.
It was LSU, but close.
No, I had Clemson.
Oh, so I thought you were trying to take a dig at me and you just went.
No, I'm just
I was going to correct you. I could have shut up then. And all right.
Yeah, I don't see Clemson. I do have a parlay of Georgia and Ohio State both to make the semi. So basically just guaranteeing I'm playing that they play each other. And then I think that's a pretty easy hedge if you want to. I mean, you could pick either game. I would be more. Yeah. I would be more uncomfortable with Ohio State who Ohio State plays in the quarterfinal than Georgia playing Ole Miss.
This is not really off topic, but FanDuel released their like props for the playoff props. Highest scoring game. Get this. This is kind of weird. Highest scoring game, Tulane and Ole Miss is the favorite at -110.
In the first round, yeah.
I would probably say that I would take Miami and A&M to be the highest scoring game at +270. Personally, I could see that one getting pretty high. And then the lowest scoring game, obviously, is Bama, Oklahoma, I think.
So, fun one. Lowest scoring team, round 1, Tulane +470. They have better odds than Alabama. I might play that.
That might be it.
I think I'm gonna play that. That's sick. I'm glad you mentioned.
Oh, we just found. Oh, that's awesome. The lowest scoring team in round 1 is Ole Miss at +70 to 1.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah, bro, that's my hedge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my hedge on both. Sick. Yeah, you can't take that. That's gonna be my play in that game. I'm not gonna take the team total. I'm just gonna bank on them being the lowest scoring team.
I'll put a little bit on it, like a quarter on it, just because that's gonna be fun. Yeah, might as well be a penny.
I'll put a penny on it.
The quarterfinal lines are also up, which is just kind of nuts to have. Indiana's 9.5 over Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
and
lot.
6.5 over Bama. I would probably take that.
I would
because
take Indiana minus 6.5.
Just because it voids if it doesn't place. But yeah, Indiana at 6.5, dude, is nuts. Also, Georgia -5.5. Yay, nay. Over Ole Miss.
Yeah, probably.
I would think. I don't know. It's just the coaching adjustment is just weird for me. I don't know if Pete Golding can do that against Kirby. I'd be more interested in Miami, Ohio State, because Miami's +9.5. I don't think it's 10. I don't think it's by 10. I could see by a touchdown maybe, but I don't think it's by 10.
Yeah, I have it power rated at 8, so 7.5, 8.
I don't know. These are weird. But what did you place the Georgia future for the Natty?
Hell yeah!
What number did you get?
+600.
So what it's at right now? Okay.
Yeah, it hasn't moved. Well, on draft,
I didn't know if it moved or not.
50.
The odds for Georgia to beat Oregon, like in exacta, is only +1,800. So I would say we have pretty decent odds, honestly.
Georgia to beat Oregon?
Yeah, it's +1,800.
I bet mine's pretty low.
Also, if we're just doing that, well, if you don't like taking that kind of angle, I don't know, because you could do these conferences to win a national championship, and the SEC is still +260. The Big Ten is -185. Like, that's just dumb, in my opinion.
You can pick the exact sum of seeds to make national championship game.
That's hilarious too. Yeah. And then I think we're going to have some hedge opportunities, obviously. So I think placement-wise, we're pretty good. So.
Okay, hold on. I got a question.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Seed number to win championship over under 3.5. The under is -220. Over is +170. It's interesting.
That's interesting.
Be really banking on Oregon to win that.
We can also talk about the electric FCS games this weekend. Just kidding, I don't have a cap in those, but I really want to play in them if I have to.
Let's go ULL. Way to get a stop.
Dude, that freaking... Oh, darn. The Montana State, Montana game tickets were touching like thousands in some spots. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. It's a home game.
That's insanity for an FCS playoff game.
Well,
Thousands.
It's the biggest rivalry in FCS football.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, but
and in a
holy
semifinal
cow,
game.
dude.
And it's practically the Natty this year with how the other side ended up. I do think it would be cool. I don't want to expand, but if they were to do it where they gave us home playoff games until the Natty,
that would rock.
I'd be very in for that. I think that'd be sick. Because yes, you would devalue the regular season, but at least you would make playoff games that much more fun.
Right.
So that'd be cool. I also think we need to get rid of the neutral site stuff for playoff games. Like, if you're the higher seed, you deserve an advantage. And I feel like you get later and the advantage goes away. And I feel like that's, especially with how we seed teams, like the one seed still gets kind of cooked in the way that they're seeded. Having to
like they're going across the country. Like,
well, not even that. They're playing 8-9, which it's not like those are two bad teams. Whereas, I mean, Oregon gets a bye, and then yeah, they have to go play Texas Tech. But I'd rather play the fourth lowest, bye team in a group of 5. But that's enough of my bracket.
We can't all have what we want, dude. Okay.
Well, I would have been happy with 2. So
that's also fair. That is indeed also fair.
But then
stop you right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be
nah, he's spitting facts for real. Goodbye, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody listening. If you give before you dip out on the episode, please give us a like, a sub, follow, shout out, anything, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow our Twitter pages, follow the Hammer Time Action, everything. Do it all. We appreciate everything that you guys have been able to allow us to do, allow us to yap for an hour and a half on a Wednesday night. We love you guys. Best community in the world. We wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you back here next week.
Peace.